Welcome to today's part of this SPSS methodology, this time with a unit on t-tests, and particular one sample t-test, where in this example we want to test whether the mean of one of our variables is smaller or larger than a given value. So if we take a look here at our data set, we for example have height and weight of people. We can in this example test, for example, whether the average height is less than 1.75 meters. So how would we go about this? We go to Analyze. Now we have here Compare Means. We see here we have different versions for the t-test. What we are interested in at the moment is the one sample t-test. So we click here. We select height. Then down here we can enter our testing value. So if I want to go with 175, I enter 175 here. In this context, perhaps one additional value before we turn to interpreting the results. We need a t-test here, or we can apply a t-test here, because our height in centimeters, that's a metric variable. So t-tests require metric variables and require a significant amount of observations or knowing beforehand that the variable is nominally distributed. This we know because we know this data set. We know this data set has 284 observations, but we will see this in the next part as well. However, in this case we also need the information that this here is metric, which is all this is. So clicking on OK. We get our results. We see here that's the real mean we calculated. We want to know whether this is smaller than this testing value. So we have our test here. This is our t-statistic. This is our significance level. The significance level in this case is larger than 5%. So this would tell us that the mean we just calculated is not significantly different from this value. However, if we go with it's not significantly different from this value, we are running, as we can also see here, a two-tailed test. Difference is two-tailed. What I in the beginning, however, stated was I wanted to know whether this one is significantly smaller than the test value. So what I actually want to do here is a one-tailed t-test. And if we switch from from two-tailed to one-tailed, so from different from to smaller or larger than, then we just take the significance level here and divide it by 2. So here we would get 0.2425. This is the significance level for is this mean significantly smaller than the testing value. In this case 0.24 still larger than 5%. So in this case we also cannot reject the H0, so we still need to assume it's either equal to the testing value or larger than the testing value, but we cannot say it's significantly smaller. If we now change this a little bit, we go to means once more. We switch here to 6. We see in this case this is smaller than 5%, so we can directly say it's significantly different from 176, but if we divide this by 2, we also get 0.224, which is also smaller than 5%. So in this case we can also say the calculated mean is significantly smaller than our testing value. So the mean in a sample is significantly smaller than the testing value. This already is everything I want to mention in regards to the one sample t-test. I hope you enjoyed listening to it and took something away for you from it. And if you want to see more of this type of videos, feel free to visit the rest of this SPSS methodology. Until then, see you and goodbye.